I first got into Fortnite around the end of Chapter 4 Season 4, meaning that I only played for roughly 2 months before the launch of Chapter 5. Because of this, I always thought people who hated medallions were way out of line, as I believed they added a unique twist to the gameplay which made hunting bosses just so much fun. Of course, this means that when they finally announced that all medallions and Shock and Awesome were removed out of nowhere, I was devastated. I mean, I thought it had finally happened. The Fortnite competitive community had won the war. Epic was gonna make everything, super bland and boring to appease the sweats. And I already disliked Chapter 6, so I thought this was only gonna make it even worse. But then I played a game of solos. And this was the first night I had fun playing solos ever since Chapter 5 Season 1. Which of course had medallions, but they were not super overpowered like they were for any season afterwards. And honestly, this change truly made me completely reconsider the way I play Fortnite. Suddenly, it wasn't just about who could kill bosses the fastest or who could claim one of the 3 main locations on the map first. It was about how you use your loadout to your advantage. And because of this, despite popular opinion, I actually loved Shock and Awesome. It felt so fun to play, and that extended to the Simpsons season, which is some of the most fun I've ever had playing Fortnite, right behind Wrecked and maybe the Avatar collab. But this video isn't about how Fortnite removed medallions and how it's made the game great. It's about how they came back. Chapter 7 Season 1, man do I have some great things to say about this season. Everything about it feels super fresh, and the amount of new game-changing mechanics honestly makes it feel like Fortnite 2. But unfortunately, I feel like over time that's kind of worn off because of the amount of absurdly rare, powerful items. Starting with the most obvious vendor, we have the Play as Boss tokens, which are dropped by each boss and give you extra health alongside a special unique power, while revealing your location to nearby players. Doesn't that feel a little familiar? Now, with the increased player model size and the visible in-game health bar, it does have a good amount of downsides compared to medallions, but at the end of the day, that's kind of just looped around to making them incredibly useless. When the season launched, they were broken. I mean, they could basically guarantee you a win if you knew how to fight people, because revealing your location isn't that big of a deal if you win every fight anyway. But after the nerfs, they've gone the complete other way. And I'm gonna be honest, there is no in-between there. Things like this are never gonna work in game balance, and I thought they learned that lesson when they removed medallions, but they truly just did not. Another similar item is the self-revive device, which, in concept, it sounds incredibly powerful and would probably qualify as being as broken as medallions, but let's be realistic. How many times have you actually used the self-revive device? I mean, maybe in squads it's a little easier to use, but in solos or duos, it's practically impossible to pull one of these off, and then you're so low health that it doesn't even matter, you just get killed immediately. What is broken though is the brand new Kenny's Respawn medallion. I mean, token of course. Not a medallion, it's a token. Now this is a part of the South Park collab, and I think it's pretty clear this was a medallion at one point in time, but they reworked it to be a one-time use item that will instantly revive you when you die, basically giving you a second chance with no effort, no skill, and no downside. And you wanna know the crazy part? This isn't the only super powerful item with the South Park collab, because there's also a 1 per game item, the Stick of Truth, and that can bring the Storm Circle to you, which will completely change the game in your favor and basically guarantees you win if you're able to get it. Fortnite has always had a super strange balance between medallions being way too powerful, or way too weak, or just not very fun. And perhaps I've become just as bad as the people I once used to say are ruining Fortnite by trying to make it more competitive or whatever, but seriously, Epic needs to change their strategy, and soon, because this chapter has potential to be the greatest in Fortnite history, and the entire community could look back on this chapter fondly if they just make a few changes. Hopefully with their winter break being over, they'll start making some new changes and start fixing some of these problems, alongside new items. Let me know what you think in the comments though, and I'll catch y'all next time.